years for that. And if it wasn't for the fact that this is Beverly Hills and it's all on camera, they had no problem sending us up the river when we couldn't have possibly done what was being said.
Katt Williams doesn't hold back when it comes to telling it like it is. He's not just delivering punchlines, he's sharing insights that challenge the very foundation of Hollywood. Think back to that impactful interview on Shannon Sharpe's Club, Shay Shay podcast. Katt didn't just speak, he unveiled the darker layers of the industry. And believe it or not, that wasn't even the most shocking part. What's even more surprising is that Katt isn't the only one facing pushback. It seems Hollywood is now turning its attention towards Shannon Sharpe as well, all because he's choosing to speak his mind. With legal battles and questionable allegations surfacing, it's becoming clear anyone who dares to speak out is seen as a threat.
Have you ever spent time in jail?
30 times.
Now, I'm taking a closer look at what Katt Williams shared about Hollywood, the backlash he's faced, and how Shannon Sharpe's current situation mirrors it in unsettling ways. You'll be surprised by the parallels between their experiences. Stay with me as we unpack how their voices have challenged the status quo and why the entertainment world seems so afraid of them. Let's start with what Katt Williams said during that now viral Club Shay Shay interview. He didn't hold anything back. He spoke openly about the darker side of the entertainment industry, pointing out truths many people would rather ignore. According to Katt, Hollywood isn't just about show business. It's a system built on manipulation, narrative control, and silencing anyone who dares to speak out. He called out major names like Kevin Hart, Steve Harvey, and other powerful gatekeepers who, he says, maintain a rigged system that keeps authentic voices out. That Harvey Weinstein wasn't the only one cutting secretive deals. At one point, he claimed Weinstein even offered him actresses, a gesture Katt said he didn't take seriously at the time.
And then he offered me 2 actresses like they was playing cards. And I was like, what?
Like he just jilted it. Like,
he was like, I know you.
Damn.
Right. Like, what?
Some aces. Damn.
No, my personal aces.
Yeah. Did you think
Right.
about it?
Look, I'm not. In these scary situations, I don't even leave it up to me. Like, I'm going to do what the superhero would do in this part of the movie, regardless, and deal with what happens after. Yeah. Just because it's a story, and I know it's a story.
Right.
It's my story. You know what I mean? So I can't.
That's a good way to think about things in general.
Yeah.
What would the superhero do right now?
Yeah. Because I'm saying, I read about Jesus getting to the mountaintop and the devil saying you can have all of this, and him saying you don't have anything to offer me. Like, you know what I mean? So that's what I got to look up to. So I'm going to follow suit in the best version I can, regardless of anything else.
And that's not where it ends. Katt continued by shedding light on how Hollywood uses tools like drugs and wealth to keep people compliant. He explained that the industry lures people in with the promise of fame and riches. But once you're inside, they gain control over your career, your image, and ultimately, you're take an even darker turn. Katt talked about a time when powerful individuals threatened him simply because he wouldn't do what they wanted. As soon as he stepped out of line, the industry pushed back. He's spoken openly about how the system tries to silence those who speak the truth. One example he shared was after he roasted radio host Wanda Smith. Her husband reportedly pulled a gun on him outside a comedy venue, forcing Katt to run into a nearby grocery store to avoid danger. These events aren't isolated. They seem to be part of a broader effort to intimidate and quiet dissent.
Of their job.
More recently, Katt made a bold claim that some rappers might actually be working as federal informants. He said, "If you've ever been to jail but talk like you haven't, you're probably working with the feds." And one thing about Katt, he rarely speaks without backing it up. He usually brings some receipts.
But do you feel like they would say to someone, okay, we're going to bring you in unless...
Absolutely, that's what they do.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even like in the rap world, like all of the rappers that you know that never been to jail and never... never got in any trouble with the law, but they talk as if their life is opposite of that. Like, those are federal informants, like, you know.
You think they're really out there?
Katt's never been the type to shy away from conflict, but taking a stand against Hollywood has definitely come with consequences. He's dealt with legal troubles, arrests, and allegations that some say were intended to damage his reputation. One of the most notable cases happened in 2016 when he was arrested for allegedly assaulting a teenage boy at a restaurant. Some insiders believe this incident was part of a bigger effort to undermine him. That same year, he also faced accusations related to an incident involving a woman at a hotel. Many believe this wasn't random either, but another step in a calculated attempt to smear his name, especially since Katt had been publicly criticizing Hollywood's behind-the-scenes behavior. He also had several legal encounters, including a raid on his home in 2016 where police reportedly discovered firearms and marijuana. But the issues didn't end there. His former assistant later sued him, claiming he assaulted her during production. These recurring personal and legal challenges appeared too well-timed to be mere coincidence. The more Katt called out the industry's questionable practices, the more complications he seemed to face. It felt like a warning. Speak out, and your life will be turned upside down. Still, Katt chose not to back down. He continued speaking up, and when efforts to cancel him ramped up, he didn't flinch. He stood even firmer. As he put it, "They want to see me in jail, but I've been broke, and I've been to jail already." Now, let's look at what's been happening with Shannon Sharpe. If you've been following the headlines, you'd know that he's facing a $50 million lawsuit filed by OnlyFans model Gabriela Zuniga, who accused him of sexual assault. But the timing of this lawsuit has raised some eyebrows. Just before it was filed, Shannon had hosted Katt Williams on Club Shay Shay, where Katt discussed some unsettling truths about Hollywood. That interview quickly became one of the show's most watched episodes, especially because Katt revealed several secrets about the entertainment industry. Some believe that by giving Katt such a visible platform, Shannon may have attracted unwanted attention from influential figures behind the scenes. After that, seemingly out of nowhere, Shannon Sharpe finds himself caught in a legal controversy that threatens to damage his reputation. He strongly denied the accusations, calling them a setup, and his legal team has even shared text messages that point to a consensual relationship. But the timing of this lawsuit, right after Katt's explosive interview, raises questions. Could Shannon be facing consequences for giving Katt a platform to speak openly about Hollywood's hidden truths? Now think about it. Shannon is widely respected, not only in the world of sports, but also in media. For him to suddenly be involved in such a serious allegation shortly after hosting Katt on Club Shay Shay feels far from random. There's a growing concern that Hollywood doesn't appreciate it when individuals like Katt or Shannon start challenging the status quo. These two aren't just talking, they're exposing. And it seems the industry is working hard to remind them of their place. Hollywood has long been accused of using pressure and fear to maintain control, especially over those who step out of line. When you look closely at the experiences of Katt Williams and Shannon Sharpe, a clear pattern starts to appear. These men weren't just singled out because of their fame or bold personalities, they were targeted because they spoke out against a system built on silence and control. This industry survives through secrecy and manipulation. It's a place where you're expected to play along or risk being sidelined. And the rules? Stay quiet. Don't challenge the power structure. Follow orders. Those who refuse often face being pushed aside, discredited, or worse. But Katt's journey is one of resilience. Despite everything he's been through, he's remained outspoken, especially for those who don't have a voice. He's more than a comedian. He's someone who dares to challenge a deeply flawed system. So, why are Katt Williams and the truth disrupts the carefully crafted image Hollywood tries to protect? The industry can interpret reality itself, so when someone like Katt starts lifting the curtain, it causes problems. That's a threat to the power structure. The most unsettling part? Katt admitted that he intended
Club Shay Shay, yeah. I was trying to do something there that hadn't been done. I thought that I had figured out the algorithm mathematically, and I thought that I could show that. And when I wrote it out to killed the careers of the people I was talking about, right? But it was so vicious that I erased all of the knockout blows and just left the jabs so that the comic I'm talking about knows that I know your real story, motherfucker. I'm gonna tell this, but you know what else I know. So, yeah, I was...
Do you want to tell any of those stories now?
Well, I'm saying...
The more Katt speaks, the more it becomes clear that the industry isn't what it pretends to be. He's talked openly about how even figures like Jay-Z and Beyonce are being controlled, and how fame often requires sacrificing integrity. That's a message Hollywood doesn't want in the spotlight. So the response? Silence those who speak up. After his appearance on Club Shay Shay, Katt began to notice some odd behavior. He called out Saturday Night Live for mocking him in skits, multiple times, without ever inviting him to be a guest. He said, "They think I'm a bee," referring to how the industry seems to ridicule him while excluding him from the real conversation. It's as if Hollywood wants to benefit from his image without actually giving him space or respect. And that says a lot about how the system works when someone refuses to fall in line.
There has never been a person that has been parodied 9 times on Saturday Night Live and yet never been invited other than me. So I, at this point, take it as a badge of honor that they don't fuck with me.
In general, what do you think of impressions of you? Is there an impression of you that you like?
A lot of times when people are doing an impression of you, they're really showing you how they feel about you. You know what I mean? So for Saturday Night Live to have an impression of me and have a woman do that means they think I'm a bitch. And I understand that that's what they're saying when they do that, you know? So, yeah, it doesn't bother me at all. I understand how the game goes, and I understand that if you love me, I know why you do. And if you don't fuck with me, I understand why. My job is to be worthy.
But Katt isn't just speaking out, he's naming names. He jokes about naming his goats after celebrities like Jay-Z, hinting that such high-profile individuals may not take kindly to being publicly called out. Still, Katt remains undeterred. He believes the truth deserves to be heard, regardless of the consequences.
I have a pot-bellied pig named Fat Faison who is like just a real joy to be around, and the goats they're all named after famous people. Jay-Z and Fat Faison.
As expected, the industry appears to be in damage control mode. Kevin Hart dismissed Katt's statements, suggesting they stem from personal struggles and substance use. Meanwhile, Marlon Wayans voiced concern over the tension between Black comedians, emphasizing the importance of unity and mutual respect within the community. And after the Club Shay Shay interview, Mike Epps issued a warning, saying we better hope the people Katt mentioned aren't dangerous, because if they are, he won't. See it coming. These responses highlight the risks that come with speaking candidly in Hollywood.
Comedians are dark people, man. We dark. Katt Williams, I pray for that brother, man. I pray for that brother because that's some serious shit. The shit that he did on that podcast, man, we better hope all the people that he said ain't no killers. Cause he ain't gonna know who hit him. They got money, they know niggas. It just take one of them to wake up in the morning and say, you know what, that's it.
But when you start putting the pieces together, a troubling trend begins to take shape. Both Katt Williams and Shannon Sharpe have used their platforms to challenge influential figures and reveal uncomfortable truths. In turn, they've faced legal troubles, public criticism, and apparent efforts to silence them. Is this all coincidence, or could there be a coordinated attempt to suppress voices that disrupt the system? Katt Williams isn't just a comedian, he's someone committed to truth in an environment built on illusion. His courage to speak up has made him a target, but it's also earned him a reputation as someone who stands up for those who can't. As these developments continue, we have to ask ourselves, are we witnessing a systematic effort to mute those who speak honestly? And if that's the case, what does it reveal about the industry so many admire? Let us know what you think about the comparison between Shannon Sharpe and Katt Williams. Is Katt being unfairly targeted? Is Shannon just facing consequences for his own choices? Or is he too under attack? Share your thoughts in the comments and be sure to watch the next video.